and the Yemen-based Houthis have targeted Israeli-linked ships in the Red Sea. This puts Iran in proxy confrontation with Israel. But does that also mean the Iranian regime itself could act against Israel directly at one point? Let's keep that question in mind for later. So we have taken a closer look at the Iranian side, but Israel did not just sit back and wait. Take these two areas in Sudan and in Syria. Both were hit by airstrikes, one in 2009 and 2013. Israel is believed to be behind these strikes, and hundreds more in Syria, targeting weapons to prevent them from reaching Iran's proxy armies Hamas in Gaza and Hezbollah in southern Lebanon. And there's another big and potentially deadly topic: nuclear weapons. The Iranian regime has repeatedly said its nuclear program is only to produce energy.
ایران دنبال سلاح کشتار جمعی نبوده و نخواهد بود.
It's just that world powers such as the US, China, UK and the EU don't believe them. And Israel doesn't believe them either.
Iran lied about never having a nuclear weapons program.
And just so you know, Israel was one of the biggest critics of the Iran nuclear deal. But that's a story for another video. So for Iran, its nuclear program is a way to put itself in a position of power in the Middle East.
The Iranian nuclear program is also part of their geopolitical plans and part of their way to put pressure on the United States and on the West.
And Israel sees the Iranian nuclear program as threatening to its existence. And by the way, Israel is believed to possess nuclear weapons as well, but it doesn't acknowledge this. Back to Iran. Here are the country's key nuclear facilities. Over the years, there have been many sabotage attacks. Take this nuclear facility in Natanz, where experts say an explosion in 2020 set back Iran's nuclear program by up to 2 years. Iran has blamed Israel for them, and Israeli officials have implicitly threatened to attack Iran's nuclear facilities. Israel's intelligence agency Mossad is also believed to have targeted Iranian nationals, including a series of assassinations of high-profile nuclear scientists, such as the father of Iran's nuclear program in 2020. Israel, however, has never officially admitted to it. Remember the oil pipeline we mentioned at the beginning? Well, today there's no Iranian oil flowing through it. Enter Azerbaijan. Yes, another country that plays a role in this conflict. Since the 90s, Israel has had good relations with Azerbaijan, a Muslim-majority country with an authoritarian regime. Azerbaijan has become one of Israel's key suppliers of crude oil and is a close military partner. One detail is important here. Look at Azerbaijan's south. The country shares a more than 700-kilometer-long border with Iran. And this location could potentially help Israel perform a long-range strike on Iran. So now we have a better understanding why there's a conflict between Iran and Israel. Iran is using anti-Israel rhetoric to gain more power in the Middle East. And Israel is pushing back against Iran's proxies and the country's influence. And we already know, both countries are regional powers. But how come a country as small as Israel is such a big military player? Well, that's partly because Israel is not alone in seeing Iran as its enemy. And it has a powerful friend. The US is Israel's #1 ally.